What's up YouTube, Poplar Mechanic here. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Milwaukee battery saw. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so first I just wanted to point out, now these battery saws are not really meant to replace gas, okay? Like I wouldn't use this saw up in the canopy. I mean you could in certain situations. It's definitely good for cutting on the ground. The reason you'd have this is just for convenience behind the chipper, just doing small stuff without having to fire up a saw. Now it will cut some larger wood, which I'll showcase later. But let's start with the features. So there's nothing digital that'll tell you what the oil is, but you do have a sight glass here. Mine's full, so you won't be able to see it, so you know when it's low on oil. You definitely don't want to run out of oil, right? And then it's basically constructed of that solid plastic, that Milwaukee. It's very rugged stuff. It's really, really good material. Moving to the handle here, it's Ergonomic Grip. It's sort of a rubber feel. And then we get to the actual pulling the trigger. So it's got this safety right here on the side, so you'll have to press that in and then squeeze the trigger like that, so you won't be able to press it until you press this safety button. It obviously takes Milwaukee batteries. This M18 is the recommended one. It's the big one. I think you can make roughly 130 cuts, but that will vary with the size of wood. And then you've just got your standard chain brake. You put the chain brake on and you'll get nothing out of the trigger. So it's just as safe as if it were gas. This saw comes, mine came with a 16-inch bar. I believe you might be able to get different ones, but this is a 16-inch bar. It takes 3/8 Pico chain, so the same type of chain that you'd use on your 201s, 200T, stuff like that, or the stuff that comes stock anyways. So that pretty much sums up this side. Moving over here, you do get the 2 captive bar nuts, which is great. It's a really good rigid setup. Your chain tensioner's right here on the side, which is awesome. This is just showing you the chain brake. You can engage that. I don't believe there is an oil adjustment, but keep in mind these saws work off torque. They don't work off a lot of chain speed, so I haven't had any issues with oiling so far. And I haven't seen anything. And you've also got, you've got some little dogs here, which are great for, you know, if you're cutting bigger pieces, which we will do. And then you've got an aluminum chain catch as well, which I thought was kind of a nice touch. And Milwaukee's also coming out with a top handle, an actual climbing saw. So I thought this would be a good time to do a review. I'll probably end up getting that one, because with these battery saws, the biggest investment is really the battery. So moving on to the bottom. Now this is an interesting little feature. Like if you're, like say you're taking this on trails or just using it on site, it comes with a mini bar wrench that's in the bottom, so you've always got it. Now mine's really stiff, so I'm just gonna pop it out with this screwdriver, but that's good. Stiff means you won't lose it. And then it's just this little bar wrench so you can tighten your chain on the fly. Really neat idea there. And then it just pops back in and you're ready to go again. Alright guys, let's take this outside and see what kind of wood we can cut with it. Alright guys, so we're going to make a cut through this maple. Now this maple wasn't cut too long ago, and yes, I'm wearing sandals, don't judge me. I'm just making a couple small cuts. It's my buddy's wedding coming up, and he wants some discs to set stuff on the table. So I thought it'd be a great opportunity to test out the Milwaukee. Now I was leaning into it there pretty hard, so it does have a lot of torque. But as you can see, it's not super fast, but it does get the job done. There, so we went through those cuts quite easily. Throwing some nice chips there. I think it's a great little saw, you know. So we're missing a bar of battery after those few cuts, so hopefully that gives you a representation. Like I said, it's not meant to do bucking all day, but it's great for little stuff like this or stuff behind the chipper. I really appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.